You may not be a UFC fan, but you've certainly heard the name Conor McGregor. If you're a die-hard MMA fan, you don't need an introduction to this martial arts gentleman. Oops, I already said that. Well, today we're going to find out how he got to the UFC and what he's won, all the way through to talking about his yacht, his cars, and finally his homes. But before we start, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It makes little difference to you, but it makes a big difference to us. Help us grow this channel. Starting out as a plumber in Dublin, from the age of 16, Conor's only goal was to build a career. And now here he is as a champion, but let's find out how he got there. Conor was born into a family of two blue-collar workers, along with two sisters. He wanted to learn self-defense, and immediately began boxing and kickboxing. Initially living as a plumber, he then decided to make these sports his profession, so he became an MMA fighter. He creates for himself an unpredictable but precise style. He does not care about technical cleanliness and concentrates on technique. In this, the study of martial arts such as capoeira, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, and Olympic karate played their part. His career. The beginning of his career dates back to 2008, in the Cage of Truth in Dublin, where he stayed for about 2 years, recording numerous victories and an illustrious defeat by submission against Artemij Saitnkov. After these 2 years he moved on to the Cage Warriors, losing in his debut against Joseph Duffy, but subsequently racking up 8 consecutive victories in 2 different categories, both at featherweight and lightweight. In his early 20s, his record caught the eye of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC. His time had come. It was 2013 when he made his debut at the highest level, and on the very first bout of his new era, an injury struck the Irishman, a torn ACL, forcing him to take a long period of inactivity. But Conor doesn't give up. He knows his time has come. He recovers and returns to the ring in 2014, which only serves to increase his notoriety. He wins in front of his Dublin home crowd against Diego Brandao, and, a few months later, he faces Dustin Poirier in Las Vegas, with, behind him, a crowd totally on his side. Now he has 2 wins, and is already considered among the best fighters around. Hungary, in 2014 he faces Chad Mendes, for the featherweight title. The start of the match is difficult for our protagonist. He risks ending up on the mat. The match already seems to be on the side of the American, but at the last minute the plumber from Dublin overturns the match in his favor, repeats the same result 5 times, and is chosen as the coach of the European boxers in the reality show The Ultimate Fighter, where he is expected to challenge his American colleagues trained by Uriah Faber. But at this point there were 2 featherweight belts, his own and that of champion Jose Aldo, who was forced to stop due to a cartilage injury. The 2 contenders for the belt challenged each other on December 12. Again Conor McGregor won, also breaking a record, knocking out the Brazilian in 13 seconds. Conor is still hungry. His ambition leads him to ask for a fight against Rafael dos Anjos, the goal being to become the first sportsman in history to hold the featherweight and lightweight titles at the same time. In time this ambition pierces him and he is injured before the bout. In his place is called Nate Diaz, who unexpectedly wins the title. Eagerly awaited, the Notorius, still featherweight champion, returns to the octagon. Now he has a new chance. He can stand up one more time. He challenges Eddie Alvarez and knocks him out. The Dublin fighter will retain the title until 2018. In that year he is stripped of the belt for inactivity too long for his transition to boxing. Retirement. McGregor announced his retirement in March 2019, but not even a year later, on January 18, 2020, he returned to the UFC spotlight against Donald Cerrone in the welterweight category, and guess what? Conor wins with a knockout and a fantastic comeback. His fans have to wait another year, where at the same time, on January 24, 2021, he fights Dustin Poirier. Remember him? The same one he beat in his consecration, but the outcome this time is bitter. Conor ends up knocked out. Forced to absent himself for 6 months, he returns for a rematch, but the outcome is not better, but much worse. On July 10, he suffers a fractured tibia. The Notorious is forced to leave the octagon early. To date, more than a year has passed since his injury, and rumors say that he will return in December of this year. Will he get up again? Well, now that we have seen how he earned his fame, records, and titles, we can go and find out how he spent his money. Didn't I tell you? Conor is among the highest paid sportsmen. Recently Conor said he wanted to buy Chelsea, put up for sale by Roman Abramovich. The Russian put it up for sale, so he offered the Russian president $1.5 billion. The deal fell through and Chelsea was bought for almost $5 billion by Todd Boehly. This is so you can imagine the wealth of the Notorious. Conor was not by chance declared the highest paid sportsman of 2020. The Notorious, outside of training and the octagon, vents his passions on the open sea, enjoying the performance and comfort of luxury yachts. His infortunio we mentioned earlier has allowed him to relax on his €520,000 yacht, a Lamborghini by Technomar Yachts. You guessed it right, Lamborghini. This yacht was made in collaboration with the car manufacturer from Santa Gata Bolognese. On the yacht there is no shortage of a children's fun zone. Conor has thought of everything, including the fun of little Jack, whom he had with partner D. Devlin, a custom-made swimming pool, inflatable and non-inflatable floating games, as well as a whirlpool for the whole family and a multi-story slide that goes from the top of the yacht down to the sea. The recreational area is overlooked by deck chairs set up next to a bar area where all kinds of drinks can be prepared. The thing that aroused the most envy was the golf course on the yacht. You got it right, a golf course on the yacht, all designed, the fighter explains on his Instagram profile, showing a photo of his son struggling with the golf club. The balls are biodegradable and filled with fish-friendly food, so the sea doesn't get polluted, and we can also offer a snack to our aquatic friends. The yacht also includes a jacuzzi, a lounge area, sofas with cushions and armchairs at the highest point of the boat, from which one can comfortably admire the entire surrounding landscape. There is also an area for exercising and an area to recover with a cocktail. McGregor also enjoys posting photos in the middle of the sea, where he rides jet skis and the like, always using the yacht as a starting and finishing point. And what about his cars? In his collection there is a Lamborghini Aventador with over 700 horsepower, capable of over 350 kilometers per hour. However, this model is currently no longer for sale. Staying on the sports car theme, Conor also has a McLaren 650S in his garage. The latter is a car with a peculiar but eye-catching design. Compared to the aforementioned Lamborghini Aventador, it has a less powerful engine, 650 horsepower, and can reach 330 kilometers per hour. There is also no shortage of more elegant cars. And when we talk about elegance, we cannot fail to mention Rolls-Royce. There are even two of them in the garage of the Irish fighter. The first is a Phantom drophead convertible, a car that could be bought for around €400,000. It is now no longer for sale. The second, a Rolls-Royce Ghost. McGregor's cars include a Bentley Continental GT, a supercar that is certainly elegant, equipped with high-quality comfort, comfortable, but also capable of reaching great speeds. If you press your foot on the accelerator you can reach a speed of 330 hm/h. Then there is no shortage of SUVs, Conor McGregor's being a Cadillac Escalade. It is a very popular car among VIPs, especially in the United States, and even the Irish wrestler wanted one. We closed the roundup of Conor's cars with the cheapest one in his important garage, a Range Rover SUV in 007, No Time to Die. Market value of the full optional model, the one chosen by the Irish fighter, €200,000. Let us now take a look at the various houses in the fighter's world. As far back as December 2020, The Sun spoke of multi-million-dollar homes in which McGregor and partner D. Devlin lived. Dream homes bought not only thanks to the fighter's salary, but also thanks to the whiskey company he owned and investments in the fashion world. First and foremost, McGregor appears to have a home in Ireland. Originally from the Emerald Isle, he bought a £2 million mansion in County Kildare near Strathern. 5 rooms, 6 bathrooms, a personal gym of course, several lounges and dining rooms make up the house, which also has a dream view and writing areas. But of course it doesn't end there. In 2018 it seems that Conor has bought an incredible luxury villa in Marbella in Spain worth more than £1 million. A holiday home to relax by the sea and in the sunshine while enjoying crazy views of the sea. Apparently, the house has a gym, of course, a spa, an outdoor swimming pool and many other amenities that make a stay here a dream. Conor McGregor, however, spends most of his time where the fights are, so in Nevada. That is why he has a house in Sin City, i.e. in Las Vegas, which has been named the Mac Mansion. A non-luxury accommodation, more. Latest rumors, however, claim that the house has been sold. Today, it seems that whenever he goes to Las Vegas he prefers to stay in a suite, penthouse in one of the city's most famous and exclusive hotels. We have come to the end of this video, where we saw how Conor McGregor spends his millions. If you liked the video, leave a like, also remember to subscribe and consider watching other videos on the channel. And we'll see you again in the next video.